Good morning. Thanks for checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus as we start right now with a look over Midtown Atlanta on what is shaping up to be a beautiful Sunday out there. I'm Megan Packer. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Hope your day's off to a great start. We've got a lot to talk about here this morning to get you caught up on not only your news headlines, but your forecast. First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi will jump in here in just a minute to update you on a beautiful forecast for the day ahead and talk about some changes for the week. But first, let's talk about some of the stories making news overnight. If you joined us earlier this morning on TV for Atlanta News First Sunday morning, you saw it was a very busy overnight. We had our crews out and about at several different incidents overnight, including right here. This is some scene video from Southeast Atlanta where police say a teenager was shot after a fight out in the street that was near an after-prom party. So we know this was a 17-year-old who was shot in the arm. Police responded to a house on Moreland Drive in Southeast Atlanta just after 1:30 this morning. They say they saw about 50 teenagers running away from the house. They later learned that was an Airbnb and that the teenager was shot in the arm after a fight out in the street. He was taken to the hospital for that shooting. No arrests have been made at last check. So we will keep you updated throughout the day as we hopefully learn more about this from Atlanta police. And we were in Douglasville just yesterday where their police department is trying to stop incidents of youth violence, just like what happened in Atlanta. For the 18th year, they held the Youth Against Violence program. The police chief there in Douglasville says the goal is to teach young people about how important it is to make good decisions and to make sure they know the law and the consequences of breaking it. So again, 18 years going strong with this program. Some young people spending part of their weekend talking to the police chief and other community leaders. In Atlanta overnight, there was another incident here. This one is on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, where this was a deadly shooting. It happened just before 2 a.m. around some businesses on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard and Griffin Street. Police say the victim was shot multiple times and was taken to the hospital where he died. Investigators did have an idea of who they were looking for, but at last check did not have anybody in custody. Some big news for people in Riverdale who have been feeling very passionately about this issue of their fire department and the future of what's happening to it. The Riverdale City Council yesterday voted to shut down its fire department and transfer fire services for their city to Clayton County. Now, the vote happened during what a lot of people showed up to what they thought was going to be a town hall meeting, but the vote ended up happening. And council members say the merger will save money, improve response times, and that Riverdale firefighters will get the chance to work for the county. But still, Riverdale residents have been expressing some concern. Some feared this would add to response times. And they've been saying, hey, we live in the city of Riverdale. We've had a Riverdale fire department. We want to keep it that way. But again, the vote from that city council yesterday say no. They want to shut down their specific Riverdale Fire Department stations and transfer those fire services to Clayton County. So that's also one that we will continue to follow into the week. It will be a beautiful Sunday out there for this last day of the Dogwood Festival in Piedmont Park. Boy, what a great weekend it's been for it. More than 250 artists set up at booths. There's a high school art exhibit, live music, and a kids area. In all, more than 200,000 people are expected to be out here. This is just a little taste of what you can expect. How good does that food look? Parking around Piedmont Park, just as a reminder, pretty tight, so you're encouraged to take MARTA. No dogs allowed. It is free to get into the festival, but the nonprofit Atlanta Dogwood Festival is accepting $5 donations at the gate if you would like to donate. And the festival is up and running as we speak. The hours today are 10 until 6. So we hope you have a great day if you go out there. It is going to be absolutely beautiful, an awesome spring day. So let's take a peek right now at Midtown again as we bring in First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi to deliver the good news, Courtney.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it'll be a beautiful day today. So get out and enjoy it while it lasts, because we do have some changes on the way as we head into the middle of the week. So all the beautiful sunshine, starting to see a few extra clouds out there, and that's what you'll notice through the day today. It's just a couple of extra white puffy clouds floating in the sky compared to just the abundant blue sky we saw yesterday. But I don't think that's going to make the day any less wonderful. It's going to be a great looking Sunday. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Let's talk about the forecast. forecast. So we are dry across the southeast, and you can't see it because of our little Atlanta News First bug, but there's an area of high pressure to the south, kind of parked right over Florida, and that is dominating our forecast. It'll promote more of a westerly wind today. That'll help make our day nice and warm. That'll give us a lot of sunshine. If you go all the way out to the west coast, California, that's where our next weather system is actually brewing, and it'll move across much of the lower 48, actually bringing severe weather to parts of the plains and the Midwest. Doesn't look like it'll bring severe weather here, but it will offer us a rain chance. Here's a look at that forecast for the Dogwood Festival. As we go through the afternoon, temperatures will be in the mid-70s, low 80s by 3 o'clock, and even 6 o'clock as everything's wrapping up, temperatures should still remain in the low 80s. Really going to be a nice day over at Piedmont Park again with a lot of sunshine. You'll notice at least a light breeze today. Won't be quite as windy as yesterday. Yesterday wasn't windy, but you notice that breeze blowing around yesterday afternoon. We'll experience gusts maybe 15 to 20 today rather than 20 to 25 like we saw yesterday. High temperatures today area-wide, low 80s for the suburbs, mid 80s in the city of Atlanta, and that's almost record heat. So today's high again 85. If we hit that at the airport at Hartsfield-Jackson, that's just 3 degrees shy of the record of 88 degrees set back in 1945, several degrees above our average, which is 73 for this time of year. So if you're a fan of warm weather, enjoy today, and you'll enjoy the next couple of days, really the next 7 days, because we are going to stay quite warm. In fact, temperatures all 7 day long staying above average for us. Out the door tomorrow, back to work and school, of course. Temperatures will be generally in the mid to upper 50s, so you might want at least a light jacket as you're stepping out tomorrow morning. And then by 11 o'clock, we're back in the 70s, so very similar to today. Temperatures will warm very quickly, and we are on track to hit 80s again tomorrow with 85 for a high again in Atlanta and low 80s for the suburbs. Even the mountains, I think, will reach 80 degrees the next few days. Now, Tuesday, we'll stay dry. You'll notice more cloud cover. It'll be mostly cloudy, if not overcast, throughout the day at times, with temperatures in the low 80s. And then Wednesday, that's when we start to introduce the chance for showers. Again, that weather system all the way back out on the west coast, that will continue to push eastward, and we'll get the chance for a few showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder out ahead of that front. And that front will kind of slowly push through the southeast through the day on Thursday and offer us just small rain chances throughout the week. When it comes to any kind of severe weather on Wednesday, again, that stays out to our west over the next few days. As it makes its way here, any of our thunderstorm activity will be what we call elevated, so we're not going to have any of those ingredients making it to the surface. Our energy won't come from the surface, so that usually results in a lack of severe weather potential, which is good news. Let's take you through First Alert Futurecast. So again, Tuesday we're dry, mostly cloudy, and then Wednesday, there's the showers and storms out ahead of that front. We'll be watching for a few kind of impulses, we call them short waves, out ahead of that front. That will bring us the chance for rain again, maybe a few storms on Wednesday afternoon and evening. Models are not agreeing on the coverage of rain on Wednesday, but if a day was going to be a First Alert weather day where we think that we were going to have a greater impact on you, that would impact your commute in a big way, Wednesday's probably the day we're going to be watching the closest. Thursday looks mainly dry with the exception of a few showers, and then again, we're watching a second front on Friday that could offer us a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two on Friday and Saturday. It does look like that front's going to linger around a little bit, so we could keep a rain chance into Saturday as well. No day looks like a washout, though. That's the good news. Model's definitely struggling on the second cold front that's going to move through. It looks like we will have a more widespread rain chance Wednesday versus Friday, but still need some fine-tuning when it comes to our coverage of rain for the second half of the week. Here's a look at the rainfall totals, though. Notice nothing crazy. We're not going to worry about flooding or flash flooding, anything like that. In fact, we'll only pick up about 1/10 of an inch to maybe 4/10 of an inch. Higher elevations of the mountains could pick up close to an inch of rain, as it looks like the northern tier of the state is going to be kind of the bullseye for most of the rain as everything kind of fizzles apart as it moves through the rest of the state. But nonetheless, we're not worried about any kind of significant weather this week, which is good news. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast. Mid-80s today and tomorrow. We'll see a lot of sunshine, and then clouds will build Tuesday. That's kind of a sign of things changing, and highs will be in the low 80s. Wednesday is our coolest day of the week, where we're going to top out in the mid-70s with that chance for a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two as well. Mainly dry on Thursday with highs back in the mid-80s. And then again, Friday and Saturday we'll have a secondary front move in, approach the state and move through the area. That will offer us the chance for just a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two as well. Definitely not a washout. So if you're already thinking about next weekend, because there's already a lot planned for next weekend across the area, it doesn't look like we're going to run into any kind of super impactful weather as of right now, but we will keep an eye on it because we know how quickly the weather can change here in North Georgia. So just be sure to stay tuned to Atlanta News First. Have that First Alert weather app handy, and we will keep you posted every step of the way. But in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful day today. Sunny and warm. It's going to be a great afternoon. The humidity not quite that high just yet. This is the best time of year when it gets warm and it's not super humid, right? That does not last very long here in Georgia. So get out and enjoy the day, and stay tuned here on Atlanta News First Plus, First Alert weather app, on air, online, all the platforms as we continue to guide you through the forecast this week, as we do have those changes on the way as we make our way closer to Wednesday. Make it a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with us here on Atlanta News First Plus, and we'll catch you here next time.